Alright, so we got Do or Don't Imperium Guard from the boy PancreasNoWork. Other than that, let's go.
About the Warhammer 40k factions is that they're all pretty goddamn spectacular in one way or the other. Like this.
I mean, I don't want to disagree. Like, we all know who number one is. Like, you know, hey, shout out to the boy Titus. You know, Titus. You know, he's up there. You know, he's top 2 or 3 just Warhammer characters in every single, like, you know, like, whether it's the lore, whether it's video games, whatever. Like, Titus, he's up there. We all know who number 1 is. I don't even gotta say his name, but, like, I mean, you want me to say his name? I'll say his name. Pretty sure his name is what's the guy's name? He rocks like the diamonds and stuff like that. I think his favorite color is like green or whatever. Dang, bro, this really got me scratching my chin right now. What's his name? Oh, Vulcan. Vulcan's number 1.
Space Marines. I know some people look at this video and thought I hate the Space Marines, but I don't. They're badass super soldiers designed by a god, and they're awesome. Humanity's finest through and through. Or the Eldar. They're evidence of a dying species that once ruled the stars and are still a force to be reckoned with. The Orcs, the Tau, the Tyranids, everyone has something that makes them go above and beyond the average person. But you know what? Sometimes that's not what you want. There's an appeal unique to being the average Joe and Jane, the everyday men and women just doing their part to get by in the world. They're not particularly special, they don't have supreme plot armor, and they're not the best of the best in anything, really. But god damn it, they fight their damned hardest, and it's all the more special when they win because of it. When they show that just because some big bug monster is designed to be the ultimate killing machine doesn't mean that it's unbeatable. So are you interested in playing as the true essence of humanity? Do you enjoy when the regular people of the galaxy go against the worst it has to offer and tell it to stick it where the sun don't shine? And you, my friend, you want the Imperial Guard.
I told y'all this a long time ago. And maybe my skill, I don't think y'all have seen my skill before, because a lot of y'all in the comments, y'all go back and forth, and you guys are, bro. It's like arguing, you know, who's better between LeBron and Jordan. Like, you guys always, like, you know, going back and forth with each other. Let me just be let me just say this, all right? Let me just break this down like it's step up 3, okay? Let's just really get down to the nitty gritty, okay? I don't think you guys know how skillful I am. Whenever it comes down to this fighting and stuff like that, I'm really him. Like, if it was me versus you in this fighting thing, bro, sorry, bro. Like, you must got bad luck because you went up against me in this whole fighting thing. I think I'm really, to be honest with you, I think I'm top 5. Yeah, bro, top 5. And think of that what you will, but just top 5. I think I'm just top 5 and like whatever, you know. And a lot of y'all was like, oh, you wouldn't even be the Imperium Guard Marine person. You wouldn't even beat one of these guys. Bro, I'm folding all these dudes like lawn chairs, bro. I'm folding all of these dudes with, I'm putting these dudes, bro, in the Willie Nelson, bro. Like, I'm putting these dudes, bro, in the sharpshooter, bro. What are we talking about? What? I'm getting rid of these dudes.
The Imperial Guard is what happens when you need more bodies than most planets have people to fight in your war effort. I wish I could give you a grand operatic backstory for these guys, but I can't. They're just people like you and me against the forces of hell and worse. The Solar Auxilia from 30k that would eventually become the...
Boy, what that price say? Hold up. Solar... ooh, 135. Wait, whoa. Hold up. This gotta be robbery. Wait, quantity 1. Wait, are they talking about like the whole package as 1? Or are they talking about, I just bit my tongue. Or are they, ouch. Ouch! Ow! Or are they talking about for one of these? There's no way. Yo, Game Workshop really scamming y'all. It gotta be for one big like package or whatever. This can't be.
Guard, while badass, were supposed to be secondary support units for the main force of the Space Marines. But you know what? All this makes them even more appealing. The average man performs so well even compared to the invincible Space Marines that the Imperium was like, shit man, make these guys the main force. And yeah, I know that part of the Guard coming into being was that the Imperium feared the Space Marines going rogue again, but at the end of the day, the Guard wouldn't have come into being if it couldn't be competent on its own. They're the badass dregs of humanity, and they fight horrors beyond time and space, and they win. At the end of the day, that's all the background you need. So why pick them? Well, like I said, every army in 40k has something special about them that makes them stand above the ordinary person. But what makes the Guard special is that they don't really...
Oh, my bad. Sorry, y'all.
They have anything like that. They're the everyday men and women who are forced to fight to live, and honestly, that's something that makes them entirely unique in the setting. I love the Eldar and Elves in general, but even the Guardians, the average Eldar forced to fight to defend their craft worlds, still aren't quite the same as the Guard.
Bro, weight room, bro. These guys are light work. I'm sorry, yo. And I see a bunch of y'all in the comments. Y'all know I love y'all, bro. Like, bro, we're all in this together. Like, bro, we're all a big family. But, bro, sometimes family have fights. Sometimes family has disagreements. Sometimes we have to duke it out sometimes. I can't believe y'all really, y'all really like, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, this is like, y'all, I know y'all think that I troll a lot, and you know, I'll be honest with you, 99% of the time I do troll, but bro, this is the 1%. I'm laying hands on these guys, bro. Bro, put me in the cage with any of these guys, bro. Yo, they're leaving with a 69-piece chicken wing bucket, bro, from KFC. I'm giving these guys full course meals, no Thanksgiving. Yo, I'm folding all these dudes, bro. What are we talking about? Barely breaking a sweat. Come on, bro.
Sure.
I'm not even
They're
trolling,
still
y'all.
effectively immortal elves that have forever to learn how to fight and survive. But the guard is just humanity. You more than likely can never be a custodian, but you sure as shit could be a guardsman. I'm fucking diabetic and I could still probably be a guardsman. They'll take anyone. This makes them more relatable than...
Did you hear what he just said? No. Yo, shout out to PancreasNoWork, bro. But listen to what he just said. He just self-snitched on himself.
Guardsman. I'm fucking diabetic and I could still probably be a guardsman.
They're allowing anybody in there, yo. Yo, did you hear what he just said? He said he's diabetic and they'll still allow him in there. What? Now, I'm not going to sit up here and try to disrespect my boy PancreasNoWork. I'm like, listen, I don't know. You know, he said he diabetic, whatever. I'm not saying that he be eating Twinkies and Doritos every single day. But, like, bro, like, think about it. He just said that they can hire anybody. Shout out to PancreasNoWork, my boy. Yo, he said they can hire anybody. Bro, any one of y'all. Bro, come on, man. Come on. Yo, for all I know is that, bro, they probably got plumbers and preschool teachers. All, like, come on, bro. Like, they probably got, like, no lie, and I just mean this from the bottom of my heart, bro. Man, they probably got McDonald's workers, bro, in here. Come on, bro, look at his face. He looks bewildered. He like, wait a minute, we supposed to go fight? Well, right now? I didn't even train. Hey, y'all think I can't beat them? Come on, bro. Please, bro, miss me with that.
They'll take anyone. This makes them more relatable than anyone in the setting.
They'll take
You can
anyone.
relate to the Space Marines. You aren't a child super soldier fighting demons from hell as part of your job description, but you can be damn sure you can relate to the guy shitting himself behind a machine gun while mushrooms built for war tear your tanks in half. Whenever a guard book comes out, you can relate to just about every character in it. From Caiaphas Cain, caught weight out of his depths in the worst of situations, to Gaunt the Tanith, first and only grimly persevering, there's no one in the guard that you can't connect to in some way. Even on the tabletop, there's something about knowing each of those minis on the field is just an average person forced to fight that makes them special. And it's all the more awesome when they do win because of this. When the Space Marines win, it's like, well, yeah, of course they do. They're all Master Chief. But you throw an average guy against an army of 4 different Satans and he wins? Now that's something special. Whenever a member of the Guard does something amazing, it's even more awesome because of the universe he lives in. There's a group called the Kasserkin, which are the Cadian Guard Regiment's elite units to give the basics of it. One of them was either part of an Inquisitor's bodyguard or just happened to be nearby for whatever reason. And this motherfucker scared the Inquisitor. Keep in mind, this guy's entire job is to deal with demons from hell on a regular basis and had fought against Space Marines in the thrall of one of the Chaos Gods. And this Kasserkin scared him. The Kasserkin also helped save the Inquisitor's life when a possessed guy lost control of the demon inside of him. What an edgy sentence. By jumping on top of it and stabbing it with a plain old knife. Space Marines wish they could be that cool. Beyond them being exceptional in their normalcy, there's a guard army for just about everyone lore-wise. Do you want stereotypical Soviet-Russian charges where the only strategy is clog the enemy guns with your bodies? Guard has you covered. Do you want actual Soviet tactics where there's some serious brain power?
Hey, man. Hey, I say it again. This jacket is fire, bro. Yo, if anybody in real life has this, bro, I need it ASAP, bro. Yo, one of these days, I'm gonna open up, what's it called, y'all? A P.O. box. I'm gonna open like a little P.O. box, y'all. I need this. This right here, bro. This right here is my swag. I need this immediately, y'all. And, bro, look at these coats that they got on. One thing I'm gonna say is, bro, they was dripped out back in the day, for real.
In the war effort, it's just that casualties aren't avoided if they're the most efficient route to victory. Guard has you covered. World War I era trench warfare and unrelenting stoicism in the face of defeat? Of course the Guard has you covered.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. Like, they're not intimidating, bro. Like, these guys do not look tough. No lie, bro. I'm walking up to one of these guys, bro. I'm looking him dead in the face, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna do one of these. He going, Like, bro, he gonna do that, bro. I promise you. Like,
Or ODSTs, you know the Guard has those. The Guard also makes frequent use of heavy armor because tanks are awesome, thus making them one of the few factions in 40k to realize that actually, it turns out tactics and efficient use of your war machine is really effective, instead of screaming some war cry and charging headfirst into a machine gun nest because the first part of becoming a space marine is removing your self-preservation instincts. Beyond that, the Guard's the faction for people who don't want to be on the losing side in the grand scheme of things. Now, from the amount of casualties the Guard suffers, you might think I'm being a bit of an idiot here, and I am, because the Guard suffers manpower losses like my Pancreas suffered beta cell losses. But the thing is, unlike my Pancreas, there will always be more Guardsmen. The Imperial Guard is an army trillion strong, and it's only ever getting bigger because the Imperium requires planets to give a certain number of soldiers to the Guard as a tithe. Yes, I said
ooh, as a tax. As a tax. He's yo, yo, Uncle Sam going crazy. Yo, he's going by world. Yo, he knocking on the yo, he knocking on the planets. Where my 20% at, yo? Where my 20% at? Sir, yes, sir. They're all saying, sir, yes, sir, in unison. Sir, yes, sir. There they go. Go ahead, take them. Yo, hey, next year, I want my next 20%. Yo, the Imperium got worlds giving out 20% as a tax. Bro, Uncle Sam do not play, bro. He don't play, bro. He either want his money or he want his men. That's it. He either want his money or his soldiers. That's what he wants.
Tithe, motherfuckers. Complain at me in Discord all you want. You can't untithe the word tithe. Anyways, sure, some individual armies like the Tanith First and Only may be on a fixed lifespan, but the Guard as a whole isn't going anywhere no matter the losses. It doesn't matter who they're fighting, on a battle-by-battle basis, they'll be equipped with almost equal numbers to whatever they fight at worst. There may be more Tyranids and Orcs than there are Guardsmen in total, but on a battle-by-battle basis, they're on relatively equal footing. The Guard also has just straight up the most enjoyable books. I admit I'm probably biased because I've read more.
He know he killing the game. Hey, I want to love you. Bro, he gets up every single day, bro, and sing Michael Jackson as he's putting this drip on. This is something like Michael Jackson would wear, bro. Like, this is something that I would wear. I feel like, bro, if I wore this, bro, like, bro, no lie, if I wore this, y'all, like, I would legit go to a club, bro, and I'll just walk. Bro, I don't gotta buy no girls nothing. I don't gotta tip nobody nothing. I don't gotta, talk to these girls. Man, forget talking. Bro, if I'm wearing this in the club, I'm walking in a straight line, bro. I don't care who's in my way. Yo, if I'm walking, bro, people are naturally gonna get out of my way, bro. And of course, it's gonna make some dudes jealous because they don't got that much drip. Yo, all women are gonna be like, oh my god, who's that? Oh my god, yo, girl, look who that is. Oh my god. Yo, and I'm gonna act all, just nonchalant, like I don't hear him, but I do hear him. Bro, as I'm walking, bro, I'm gonna get everything for free. Yo, these girls gonna be walking up to me. Can I please have your number? Bro, I'm gonna be like, bro, give him my number and everything, bro. That's how I'm gonna be. Like, bro, if I was wearing this, bro, I'm walking straight in the club. I'm walking in the straight line, bro. For real. And guess what? Nobody will be able to touch me. Nobody, bro. For real. Like,
Card books. 40k.
Like, that would really happen in real life. I hope y'all know that. Like, literally, y'all. I'm not even trolling.
But by God, do I love them. The Gaunt books, Caiaphas Cain, I love and keep mentioning them because they're so fucking good. Interestingly, the Guard is also closer to the moral good end of the spectrum as far as 40k goes. Now, I'm not saying it's a good guy faction, where everyone involved is just a big damn hero who's always riding out to save the day. They're part of the fascist, totalitarian hellscape that is the Imperium, and if you put them in, say, Star Wars, they'd look like total monsters. But because they're the average men and women fighting for their beliefs and, more importantly, survival, this gives them a bit more of a humane edge. Not great, because if I don't clarify, people get the wrong idea, but compared to super soldiers slaughtering thousands because they can, or the secret police nuking entire worlds, the guy screaming for the Emperor because it's all he knows in the face of certain death is kinda hard to hate on for being evil. Hell, depending on how awful you think the Imperium is, he may not even realize what a shithole he lives in, so you can add a little bit of culture-wide brainwashing to make him even more sympathetic. It's also fun to play against the Guard. It's hard to be mad at them because A, the Guard is a pretty respectable army to see in the tabletop, and B, you'll always score a decent amount of kills against a Guard army, so you'll never feel like it was a slaughter even if you lose. And with that foreshadowing of the Guard's negatives, let's go to their tabletop positives. Remember those numbers I mentioned? Yeah, that reflects in their rules. You're going to be having more troops on the field than most armies, depending on how you build your own. It's possible to lean more into the infantry side of things and have waves upon waves of disposable schmucks drown the enemy in bodies. Like I said before, with the potential exceptions of the Tyranids and the Orcs, the Guard are always going to outnumber people on the battlefield. And while one lasgun might not be the best weapon, 100 of them is pretty damn good. So if you face the Guard, don't think you're just going to be getting free kills with zero effort against them. Is there objective you really need to take, well, your numbers have your back. Even if you go for more expensive stuff, compared to other armies, your stuff is still dirt cheap in point cost. You'll rarely be in a situation where you're desperately trying to fit one more unit in because you'll be just over the point limit by including it. You're very much a ranged army, so to get the most out of the guard, stay far away and shoot at the morons who think swords are good in the 41st millennium. That being said, if you have some Ogrins on the field, then people are going to regret going into the charge thinking that...
Hey, I don't want to be that guy, but I know that a lot of people may look at this guy right here. First of all, he got no type of neck, but a lot of people will will look at this guy and be like, oh my god, he's so strong. Oh my god, he's whatever, this and this and that. I'm sorry, y'all, but maybe I'm just maybe I just got that and again, it's okay if you don't know, but I got that type of strength to where, bro, I'm walking up to bro, I'm literally picking him up, bro, from his legs, bro, putting him on his neck, and I'm gonna walk away the other way in slow motion, bro, while everybody's just like, oh my god, call 911, bro. I'm gonna be walking in slow motion the other way, bro, for real. I'm picking up, bro, I would legit I'll put him on his, bro, no, I'm sorry for my language, but I'll really put him on his ass, for real. I'm sorry, bro,
got the game in the bag once they close the gap, before a not ogre rips their commander in half anyways. Of course, you can lean more into a mechanized build as well. Tanks aplenty, and each of them is pretty effective at its role. Sure, guard tanks might not be the best things in the game stat-wise, but as far as what you get for points, you can't really get anything better than the old Lehman Russ tank, named after the Primarch of the shittiest chapter ever. He's an alright guy, though. Also, the Basilisk. Remember when everyone was shitting themselves over the Tau railgun? You know how that railgun had 72 inches of range? The Basilisk has a range of 240 inches. You are never not in Basilisk range. And while it doesn't hit nearly as hard as the railgun, it still packs a decent punch and can come in a unit of 3. Horde armies will learn to fear the Basilisk.
Yo, see, here's the thing, real quick, y'all.
And it's still packed.
See, if I was really on the battlefield on here's what I would do, bro. I'm so strong and powerful that I would rip this 72-inch thing, whatever, off, bro. I'll rip this thing off, bro, and I'll really just start going crazy on some Smash Bros. Bro. Yo, and then that big ogre thing that I said that I would put on his ass. Yo, no lie, bro. I'll walk up to that thing, bro. Bro, I'll start hitting him, bro. I'll start arching and hitting him and stuff like that, bro. And then I'm gonna put him up. I'm gonna pick him up, and then I'm gonna put him on his ass again. That's what I would do, honestly, y'all.
Come in a unit of 3. Horde armies will learn.
Because I really feel I really feel like since people don't believe me, I really feel like I have to show out, and I really have to show people my true strength and speed and stuff like that, y'all. I'm not even trolling for real. I really do this.
Fear the Basilisk. Valkyries can control the sky while the tanks hit them from below, and of course you have the mighty Baneblade. Anything in front of it, just assume it's not going to be there next turn. Just forget about it. But the true power of the guard comes from their flexibility. The vehicles they wield might not be the best in any particular role, but they're decent enough all-rounders. Sure, you aren't as tough as the Necrons, but you're tough enough for your point cost. Sure, you don't hit as hard as the Eldar, but once again, you're cheap enough that you can toss more tanks freely into the fray, and they'll still perform very well. On top of that, when their vehicles are backed up properly by a force of infantry, there's very little on the battlefield the guard isn't able to do. Sure.
My bad, y'all. Sorry. I have to cough and stuff like that. I have to use that as a cover.
Your opponent could focus on wiping out your infantry and making sure you don't get any objectives, but that just means the firing line of basilisks in the background is going to mulch them. And if they focus all their effort on the vehicles, then they aren't capturing shit, and with the 500 lasguns pointed at them, one of those guardsmen is going to get a kill. You have a tool for every occasion. It may not be the best tool, but you have something that can get the job done alright, and sometimes that's all you need. Combine this with the buffs units like commissars can give to a unit, and you can get a level of synergy that makes anything in the guard's path wish it was fighting something less terrifying, like Tyranids. And if nothing else, the guard are part of the Imperial.
He's cool and all, bro, but I'll walk straight up to him and I'll just blow my hot breath in his face.
Yep. If there's one particular aspect of the guard you find just isn't to your liking, ally with someone else and you can patch that hole right up. The reverse is also true. Any weaknesses in the Space Marines, Sororitas, or the Mechanicus can pretty easily be filled up by the guard. Also, Knight Commander Pask. He's not as good as he used to be from my understanding of the rules, or at least he doesn't have nearly as many varied rules. But my advice, if you're ever playing against someone who hasn't played the guard before, play Pask. They will quickly learn to target him first in the future, because if they don't, they're going to watch the guard before, at least he doesn't have nearly as many. So, Knight Commander Pask, Space Marines, Sororitas, or the Mechanicus can pretty easily be filled up by the guard. Also,
wait, is this the same thing from earlier that was $135? Is this the same thing? Do not tell me that. No. This alone cannot be $135. No way. Game Workshop scamming y'all. There's no way. Bro, I'll make this in my bathroom, bro. Yo, $135?
Knight Commander Pask. He's not as good as he used to be from my understanding of the rules,
Nah,
or at least doesn't have nearly as many varied rules. But my advice, if you're ever playing against someone who hasn't played the Guard before, play Pask. They will quickly learn to target him first in the future, because if they don't, they're going to watch their army turn into smoke. Oh, and Slime Arbo. Yeah, I had to mention the funny meme man. Look at him. How could you not think he's badass? Overall, if you want to force the shields taking bolts with the big guns behind them, you want the Guard. Wait a minute, haven't I heard that one before? But what sucks about the Guard? Well, lore-wise, there's a few negatives to be wary of. On a grand scale, like I said, yeah, the Guard is never going to be losing because there's trillions of the brass-balled bastards. But in individual battles, yeah, those casualty reports are going to be hard to read. Whenever the Guard shows up to a fight, a whole lot of them are going to die. More so than usual for 40k. It gets rough out there for the humble guardsmen, I won't lie to you. What makes it worse for the Guard is that if it's a big event where every faction is involved, that means the Space Marines are going to be involved, which means the ultimate glory is going to go to them, not the humble guardsmen on the ground. Expect a token mention along the lines of, while the Guard heroically died in droves to distract someone, the Space Marines went and did the important shit. The Guard are the grunts through and through, and the role in lore is often to catch bullets with their faces so someone important doesn't have to. They also lose more than any other Imperial force, excepting perhaps the Sisters of Battle for what is almost certainly fetishistic reasons.
What? Well, what you mean? I was about to say the Sisters of Battles, bro. I heard they went out bad, bro. I heard that they go, bro. Oh my goodness. I thought the Sisters of Battle, I thought since like they have no soul or whatever, and you know, and like the Psychers basically don't work. Like the Psychers, like basically like their power or whatever don't really work against them because they don't really have like a soul or whatever. I'm thinking they were just cracked off the wazoo. Turns out, bro, the Sisters of Battles, bro, they be getting the beats handed to them, bro.
Yeah, the Guard holding Katie until it was literally falling apart beneath them, and then fighting just a little bit longer until they suffocated to death was undeniably badass. But at the end of the day, that's still a loss. Katia blew up. Their job, after all, is to die gloriously until the big guns can take the credit for something.
So I got a question. Is Katia, like, if y'all watched Dragon Ball before, is Katia basically like the what is it called? What is it called? Planet Namek? Is Katia like the Planet Namek of like of Warhammer or no?
Like the Guard get their Purple Heart and the Space Marines get a demigod back. Additionally, the Guard gets the bottom of the barrel.
Is that your bestie? On my eyes, both of y'all like Gretzky. Oh my goodness. Does anybody know this woman's name? I would love to know this woman's name right here, yo. Man. Wowzers, bro. Yo, this is revolutionary. This is something new. This is something that we all just need to explore. Like, bruh, man, is she single? I hope she's single. Man, yo, she's fine as wine, bro. No lie.
Assignments compared to everyone else. Space Marines and Sisters of Battle will be out purging demons while the Guard is busy doing garrison duty. Now these lower-key stories can make for very fun and enjoyable narratives, so it isn't necessarily a flaw, but if you always want to be the center of attention, then the Guard might not be for you, especially if by center of attention you don't mean directly in the middle of the enemy's attack path. Get used to being the meat shield, seriously, I can't emphasize this one enough. Also, as with every other faction, you get less lore than the Space Marines, which means that while the Guard has dozens of unique factions from Talarn to Krieg to Katia to the Vestroy and Firstborn and more, they're not getting nearly as much attention as they should be. In fact,
no. Yeah, I can't beat them. I gotta. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta have my own book. I'm sorry, bro. I gotta have my if I'm a Warhammer, bro, I gotta have my own book. I can't be a part of the Imperial Guard or whoever little weak group. I gotta have my own book, yo. No lie. Don't y'all agree? Y'all agree, right? Let's go. See, man, I knew we was a family, bro.
If it isn't Katakan, Katie, or Kriegers, they probably aren't getting any attention. Have you ever heard of the Terex Guard? I haven't before I started working on this video. They seem pretty cool, but their last update seems to be around 10 years before I was born. That's just about all I got for the narrative downsides, because in my opinion, the Guard are doing pretty well in that department, but they more than make up for it with their tabletop flaws. Do you think that their units are so cheap because they're just so cool that Games Workshop couldn't resist making them cheap? Not at all. They cost little because looking at them funny makes them explode. Point for point, the Guardsmen are good at everything from durability to damage. Purely looking at stats, however, yeah, they're gonna get obliterated on the battlefield. Anti-infantry weapons are gonna powderize your soldiers. Anti-armor will do to your tanks what those hyper-realistic Minecraft mods do to a computer. And with the exception of Ogrins, they aren't good in melee if you aren't buffing them with support.
Also, King Indy coming out the paint, going crazy on them. Like, they're not gonna stand a chance against like his pipe, against his master, and against like his might and just skill and just his aura. Like, King Indy's definitely taking out half of your armor. Like, if you ever like even put like even a lot of Imperium guards on the on the board. Like all the other person has to do is just put King Indy on the ground and put King Indy on the board. That like, bro, they wouldn't even you might as well just remove half of your Imperium guard, like literally, like
units, and even then,
like that King Indy character in Warhammer is like he's crazy, bro. Like I've always wanted them. I believe they're like selling. I think Game Workshop is selling like that King Indy character for like, well, like I think they say it's like $20,000, which is crazy, like, you know, in my opinion. But you know, I think that's what they're selling for. So it's crazy. It's like I can't wait to get them, you know, like
exactly great. Sure, the guard can take fire warriors or guardians in melee, but that scenario should never come up because the guard performs much better at range, and if an Eldar or Tau player is purposely putting those units into melee, then they need to find another army. The average guardsman also isn't particularly brave either, because he's been assigned a squirt gun and t-shirt and told to go kill God. I mean, I can't blame him. I'd run from these battles the first chance I fucking got. Just something to keep in mind when you're in the thick of things. If you specialize in either a wave of conscripts or a wave of tanks, your opponent will not only know exactly what to play to counteract this, but
man, see, they're not ready for it. I've been playing Call of Duty my entire life. You think I'm not? Come on, man. I ran into so many battles, yo. Like I faced so much like betrayal from like, you know, from Shepard, you know, doing Soap dirty, you know, for doing Ghost dirty as well. Like I faced so much betrayal coming up. You know, bro, I was born in the battlefield. You know, like the amount of like Call of Duty games that I played, like, yo, I was actually born in the battlefield. I was born, you know, I was born to be next to Captain Price. I was born to be, you know, to be in here. So the fact that a lot of these guys are actually scared, the fact that a lot of these guys don't have just the grit and determination to really get through it, the fact that a lot of these guys are nervous, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not really surprised. Like, duh, like with their skill level, of course they're nervous. Like, you know, obviously if they have my skill level, then, you know, it's just GG. It's like nobody's like, bro, like the Imperial Guard, they would be like the strongest, like, you know, just characters on a board, like literally, like
more than likely be able to do so with relative ease, given that their units are some of the weakest in the game compared to other factions. Now, while I did mention that it's possible for you to counteract this by having certain units act as firing magnets while others do an important job elsewhere, it's entirely possible for this to fail spectacularly. The guard works best when all parts of it are performing in tandem, and if one part breaks, the entire thing can come crashing down. Imagine this scenario: a guard...
My bad, y'all. Sorry, I was building up a sneeze right there, so...
Player is fighting an Eldar player. The guard player could have the commissars and priests giving the correct buffs for the situation, the firing line of artillery is perfectly set, and the foot soldiers are where they need to be for maximum efficiency. The guard player can very much roll the Eldar player over here. But here's the thing: while a balanced guard army can be the most effective, it's also easy to bring to a halt once things stop going so well and the right units are taken out. If the Eldar player takes down your characters with rangers, sends fire dragons to destroy the artillery, and manages to get some wraith guard into melee range with the guardsmen, you're in deep shit. Even if only one of those things goes off successfully, the guard player may still very well be crippled for the rest of the game, as it doesn't have what it needs to properly perform. And because the Eldar units are so specialized, they're perfectly suited to taking down your key units if they play the right ones. This isn't just the Eldar though. Every faction is going to have something able to cause this scenario to happen if they get the chance. If you play guard, you need to know two things. One, what's best to throw into line of fire to take hits for something else, and two, at some point you're gonna have to figure out which vital unit is the least vital one to sacrifice. You need to play defensively with your infantry to win if you don't want to take casualties for the big guns, and no matter what, a lot of people are gonna die here. The Baneblade is tough, but the avatar of a war god is going to cleave it in half if you don't make sure there's enough cannon fodder in front of it. Beyond rules, well, your guardsmen are cheap in Warhammer points. In real life money, prepare to take out a loan or 10 if you want to play these guys. Let's look at their start collecting box. Honestly, I think for what it gives you, it's one of the best ones available, maybe even the best. With the exception of maybe the commissar, you can always use more of the units.
Okay, so okay. This is a box. Okay.
In it. The problem is you're going to need to buy at least 5 of them for a functioning guard force.
What? Bro, Games Workshop is really scamming y'all. Bro, what? I gotta buy at least 5 of these to have a chance?
Organize their infantry.
That's $500.
Numbers is the name of the game here. You can't buy a few boxes of these guys like with the Space Marines or Custodies and call it a day. You need a lot of everything. And this only gets worse the more you look at it.
Get the hell out. Oh my god. That's $60? Come on, bro. I'm pulling out PPP loans for this, bro. Yo, I gotta ask the bank for a loan. This is crazy. Bro. Yo, you know what's so crazy? $60. This is the same price as GTA 6 when it dropped. Sorry, GTA 5 when it dropped 10 years ago. This is the same price. I can't believe this.
Want that unit of 3 basilisks I mentioned earlier? $200 after taxes, please and thank you. This also means a lot of time spent assembling models, which means a lot of time spent painting and transporting models. The Guard is a very intensive area to play, arguably more so off the tabletop than on it. And a lot of these models are so wonderfully out of date. Their vehicles are fine, I'll grant. Even a World War I tank designed by stapling a turret to the top of a tractor can age well. And the standard Cadians are okay. They're not an atrocity to look at, but you can definitely tell they're...
Can you flip these? Just asking, like Games Workshop. I'm not gonna like flip these and nothing like that. I was just asking. So let's say you guys was to buy these, right? Let's say like you buy a little squad for like $100. It was $95, but you know plus fees it's like $100, right? You say like you buy one of these. Can you? I don't know. Can you flip this? Like can you flip it? Like just asking. Like will you get in trouble if you flip these or? I don't know. Just asking. Like Games Workshop, I don't want to get in trouble. That's why I'm asking. You know, like I'm not. Like, what type of fool do you take me as? I'm not gonna flip these. Like, come on, bro. Like,
aging, especially compared to Primaris Marines with the new Eldar units. Maybe not as bad as the Tyranids are, but it's close. But pretty much all the characters are not only aging, but in fine caster metal. And
man, come on, man. Get that. Come on, man.
Tyranids are, but it's close. But pretty much all.
Man, there ain't no way I'm buying Mr. Ugly for $30. Man, that's a whole phone bill. There's no way I'm buying Mr. Ugly for $30, bro.
The characters are not only...
There's no way I'm buying Mr. Ugly with a can opener on his hand, with a Glock with the switch for $30. There's no way.
Aging, but in fine caster metal. And to really see an example of the Guardsmen aging poorly, look at the Catechins. This is painful to look at. Bring back the Red Terror, please, I beg of you. I'm not entirely certain this man isn't a gene stealer in disguise. And this is supposed to be an army of Rambos. I know Sylvester Stallone can make some pretty funny faces sometimes.
Oh boy. Oh boy, man, like, ooh, I'm finna stand tall in it. I'm all in it. You be on my back like a cardigan. Man, his face is. Yo, he look like he served 4 wars. Man.
For the love of God, he never looked like this. And you know how I mentioned that in the lore there's all sorts of armies that the Guard has? Well, on the tabletop, they can go suck a fire hose because you don't get them. You get Catechans and Cadians, and I guess if you really want to be generous, the Tempestus Scions. Now, I'm sure some bright soul in the comments will be going, oh, quit whining, you've got Krieg too. And yeah, Krieg's there with a single infantry kit for $60. Or you can get 16 horses, the finest Krieg has to offer, off the Forge World website for $500.
Yeah, I think most of the Warhammer community, I think they're pulling out loans. Like, I think the bank, I think banks don't like y'all. I think the bank do not like y'all at all. The moment that they look at your transaction and they see Games Workshop, bro, they just do these. Like, bro, like...
Or 15 infantrymen and 3 artillery pieces for $600. Let me just check, and yep, Eldar Titan's gonna be less than $400.
400? Bro, this is like...
Let me just make sure you're understanding this. A Titan is less than some horses. And there used to be some pretty solid diversity in the Guard like Talarn, but unfortunately those don't sell like Space Marines and Starship.
I must be a cheapskate. Like, I must be cheap. Like,
do, so go fuck yourself, valued customer. I mean, what else can I say? If you want some variety in your Guard army, you have 3 options. Find out-of-date models from secondhand sellers, get really good at kit bashing and risk Games Workshop executing you for bringing in a micrometer of third-party material, or spend your life savings on resin. And there's the basics of the Guard.
I ain't spent, yo, man, hey, man, you gotta put put a Glock with the switch to my dome. Yeah, then I'll think about paying for that. Until then, bro, yo, I'll leave this for the birds, yo. GTA 6 is coming out next year. I'm saving as much money as I can. Man, y'all tripping. Y'all think I'm about to be buying $600 for some, yo, you know what? Man, come on, man. Nasty work, bro. For a bunch of ugly munchkins. I'm not, bro, $600, $600. Yo, I better get, yo. For $600, for $600, yo, I better get all this, bro, plus 6 Backlit bit bookies. No lie. Cause that's crazy, man. Comment down below. What do you guys think about this one, man? Shout out to PancreasNoWork. Go subscribe to his channel, man. I'm see y'all later, fixing them out. Bye, everyone.